good morning, good evening, and a very happy afternoon or a good night, wherever you may be in this world, the world of stamps. And stamp collecting is fun, and this is Peter here with another ramble about common stamps, I would say. Stamps that have been through the ringer, through the washer, and come out the other side, and then return to the ringer and still are coming out and giving delight. So what have we got today? Well, looks like somebody's received an invitation from the King via the Prime Minister. Well, it's not me, but it just shows, doesn't it, that a letter, it's better than a phone call, it's better than an email, it's better than hearsay, it's been written out, it's in black and white, and it's got a stamp on it. Though did Sir Keir's letter from the King to the President have a stamp upon it? We certainly hope so. I think we should be told. Right, enough of this. What am I talking about with putting stamps through the ringer? Okay, what I'm talking about is I order stamps and I take from what arrives what I need for my collections, and the rest go in a box, and then I get interested in another topic and I get the box out again and more stamps are brought out and taken out, and before you know it, a box of stamps which you think you've finished with has produced more goodies. More leaves have appeared on the trees. More collections are being added to. In fact, it's shocking and surprising how many I miss whilst going through a body of stamps, and then have to return to and find more exciting goodies that can go in collections. Now, of course, new collections pop up as you start to pick out stamps that you don't really have need for in current collections. Eventually, the snowball hits the mind and it's like, I need to make a collection of these stamps that I'm putting back in the box. I can think of two off the top of my head. Czechoslovakia would be one. Italy would be another one. I seem to be going through hundreds of those. Well, it seems to be hundreds of these stamps. And I'm putting them away, and I have no basic use for them. That is one thing. But it's not just Italy and Czechoslovakia that are in there. There are all sorts of stamps that is going on in here that I've overlooked and missed, and they've been stuck to as another stamp, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Anywho, that having been said, what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do, I don't expect you to do anything. What I'm going to do is take a substantial pinch of stamps, and see if I can use them in ongoing. Now, these have been through the ringer, so, back and forth, and then put back in the box, and then put away, and then brought out again. So these have been through the washing machine, stamp washing, a number of times. I would say six. What I would say is that they're constantly being referred to or going through, and constantly I'm getting goodies out of them. So I'd say 6 or 7 times I've been through this box within the last 6 months, and I'm still getting things to add to collections. Of course, my collections have grown, so I've got a number of collections going on. But we'll get back to the main thing, which is to grab a substantial pinch. Move the box away. I've just dropped a stamp on the floor. And I've dropped 2 stamps on the floor. And what I will do is, I'll go through these stamps and see if any appertain to current collections. And that will prove or disprove my point. Right. Vietnam. I've got nowhere for Vietnam stamps to go anywhere at the minute, so this will go back into the box. Next stamp we've got India, a modern India. No, I have no need for that stamp because my India collection is full on the album page. Republique Française, I've got an envelope for French stamps, so that will have to go into the envelope. So that is one. This looks like the old Belgian stamps. Again, I've got a lot of Belgian stamps. I'm not doing anything with them at the moment. My Malta page is shut and it's full of stamps, so I have no need for that. Modern Deutschland, no. I have got an envelope for Bundespost, but not for Modern Deutschland, so no. Next stamp. When I see an old stamp, I get a bit excited. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I have no ongoing collection there. Netherlands. Again, it's one of those countries that have produced a lot of stamps, and maybe it's time to start doing something, maybe one from every year of the Netherlands. I don't know, but no use for it at the minute. Australia, I do actually... Oh, Malaysia, not Australia, my apologies. $1 Malaysia. I've got nothing to do with Malaysia at the minute. Possibly I've got an old stamp book somewhere. Yeah. I've got this stamp book, which it will go into stamp album. This one, improved postage stamp album, the black one. It's the sister of the red one, so that will stay out. Deutsches Bundespost, this has to go into the envelope containing Bundespost, which is quite substantial, so that's one that needs to come out of the box. Italy, we mentioned Italy earlier. Bundespost Oberammergau, yeah, that has to stay out. Again, Italy is there. And see how they stick to the back? And yeah, and then if you're not careful, you miss them. Now here we have a jet plane. I haven't got anything for the, I've got this space thing going on, but I don't think that qualifies India, so no. What have we got here? Belgium. Nice boat. 1956, 46 stamp. That's quite a good stamp, that. I like that stamp. 1946, an early one. World War one is always welcome, but it'll go back in the box. Belgique. Big ones. When I see a big one, I'm hoping for space. Deutschland, no. British by the look of it, so that's a stay out. Isle of Man, so that will go in my British album with islands. Pakistan, I'm not doing anything with Pakistan at the minute. I've got no idea what to do with them. Magyar Post gets everywhere. Mexico, no. British stamp, in a mess, in a holy mess. Is it worth keeping? Yeah, I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to put it with my British box. I've got a British box going on. España, Magyars again, but I think could it be that reads the AI on it, or the Google Lens on it, I think. Vietnam, a Pharos. Here we have India, Singapore, fish. There's nothing exciting jumping out, but already I've got a few that need to be out of this box. Netherlands. Do you, when you are going through your stamps, is it a start and finish collection? Do you concentrate on one, or do you increase your collections as you go along? Netherlands. A lot of Netherlands stamps are here. Pakistan. Well, that's interesting. This is the French programme for space. So that somehow I've managed to miss that. So that's an absolute find in the box. So this stays out. Butterflies of Bulgaria. Nippon. Japan. I've got ongoing with my stamp album Japan, so that needs to go in. So that's a good old find. That looks Greek to me. Republic of Tunisia, nothing for that. Italy. Yeah. South Africa. I'm not doing anything with South Africa at the minute. I do have a lot of South African stamps, but they are wild in the box and in different albums or collections of other people. Denmark. Canada. I've got an envelope, but I don't need this. And I've got many of these, so that goes back in the box. This is an interesting stamp. Again, it's a Japanese or Chinese, so that'll stay out. So as you can see already, by returning to basics, Equatorial Guinea, I'm gonna have to keep that out, I'm afraid. It's a big old stamp, and it looks like a modern stamp, 74, so it doesn't quite fit in with my albums. These albums here, which are considerably older, but I may not have many of Equatorial Guinea in that album, so it would be nice to have one, so that stays out. Excuse me. Here's one of these Czechoslovakia stamps that I find so fascinating. A gun. A man holding a gun. How lovely. Look at that. Goes back in the box. Yeah, so a lot of stuff that I do expect to return to the box. In fact, we're running out of time now, so... What is that? I don't know, so I'll go back in the box until I've got time to work it all out. So there we have it. Just one last one here that's quite interesting. United States. I might keep that one out just for research purposes. I've got a page with USA stamps. And that does seem to be a political type stamp. It may sit well with the presidents that I've got. So... I've taken a big old pinch. It's defeated us, this pinch. Will I continue tomorrow with it? Probably not. We'll just have one more stamp, which looks an absolute beauty. This has got some age on it, so again, it sneaked through. So that will come out. So these go back in the box. These are from the box. So these go back in the box. These are from the box, and these will be involved in some way in a collection or in an envelope. They will go where they're supposed to be. That is it for now. I hope you get some mail today. If you do, have a look at the stamp. If not, if you get some sort of logo on it maybe, is it time to start collecting logos and other things, printouts and, I don't know. But I'm looking at everything now that comes via the postman, and I hope you will too, and I hope you've, I wouldn't say enjoyed, but it's interesting, isn't it, that with every stamp there's a home. It's just finding that home. Have a great day, the sun's shining here. Talk tomorrow, I hope. Bye for now.